Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Storm. Today I'm playing Slay the Princess. If you enjoyed to see, please subscribe. Helps out a ton and encourages me to make more videos like this. If you want to see the previous episodes, please go check them out in the description down below. And same with my Discord if you want to join that. Last episode what we did was we finished up the last route, and that was after the Smitten ripped our hearts out, and then we were in this like castle place, but the voice of the Smitten wasn't with us anymore. It was kind of like forcing her to stay there, and we were just not happy, so we left, and we danced under the stars, and yeah, that's what basically happened. Wild ride of emotions there on that route. Went from like happy. Well, I guess it started with like a little disturbing, then like happy and like funny because of the Smitten being around, and then it went to disturbing, and then it went to like kind of scary, and then it ended bittersweetly. But now we're here in front of the mirror, so let's just move forward. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
All we can do is approach it. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Maybe it is.
It's calling us. And not in a good way.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
That's the narrator. Mirror. Okay. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. We have a lot of options here, okay? What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like this? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it feels like it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? Let's ask that.
I am not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
I suppose the mirror being there, the mirror always being there, must have allowed him, or I guess this version of him, to, I don't know, like, that, the versions of the narrator to, I don't even know, okay, because the mirror represents the narrator, right? The narrator can't see it, so the narrator can't view other versions of himself, maybe? You can't view the main version of him? I don't even know. Is the mirror the reason the narrator is able to be in our world? I don't know. Okay, so you're the narrator, I was wondering. Okay, versions of you. You've said that before, so I really was meeting different yous.
You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Okay.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. I want to continue on that road if I can. No, I think that road's done. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. He didn't lie to me, it's versions of himself. Okay. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? Could destroy the mirror. And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. God, I always knew I was special. If you're not me, then what are you? There's so many questions for you. Are you a god? Or were you a god? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
The shifting mound.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Okay. So he's tucked himself, part of himself, into every mirror that's in every world.
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong. Like, killing the princess was wrong? Because I haven't had a route where he was like that. Or does it mean like he's doubting his ability to know what's happening? Because there has been a few times where he's like, wait a minute, that's not right. Especially on that final one. He was like, what's happening? If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? I was gonna say that that's like for the best and everything, and I don't want that. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Do you know that things won't okay, do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life. Forever.
But all things must die. Nothing can live forever because that, like, what's the meaning of life if you don't have a point where you will be gone? You don't have an expiry date, basically. If you don't have a date that you are going to die, then what's the point? What's the meaning of life, right? What's the point of accomplishing anything if you won't ever die? If you'll be around forever, what's the point of working towards accomplishments? Because you can always just do it later. You have forever to do that. Like, if you have a point at which you won't be able to do anything anymore, at which you will die and be gone, then what's the point of trying to accomplish anything in your life? Death is necessary. So, the narrator wants a world without death, and that is something I don't agree with. And therefore, I'm way more inclined to follow the entity, or the shifting mound, as he calls it, her. I'm way more inclined to follow her than him.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
I don't like your dream. If you made us, then I want you to know that this is torture. Let's see, anything, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. I would have helped you destroy her? No, I wouldn't have. It was strategic of him to not tell me, because now that I'm hearing this, I'm like, no. I mean, let's just get more clarification, but he's told us all we need to know. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
But you're saying, if I kill her, it's the life without death. Okay. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from a death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Yes, exactly! There's no transformation, no growth. It's a meaningless life.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Immortality is not... Some people may think they want immortality. Heck, even I, sometimes I'm like, you know what? It would be cool if I could just live forever. But, you think more about it, and then, it doesn't seem as cool anymore if you think more about it. Because it'll be cool for a little while, but eventually you'll do all you want to do. And then but you'll still be living forever. You'll be bored, you'll be tired, you'll want to be dead, you'll want to die. You're delusional. I might say that to him. Um, let's see. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Um, how did you die? Why did you make her a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? That second thing is a weird thing to point out. Like, why couldn't she be a slice of soggy bread? Weird, okay. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? The people out there beyond the walls. Okay. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Death is important, though. Let's go back down. There's some other good ones down here. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
You can't sway me. Death is important. And I'm gonna stick to that. Um... See. Um... What else? Let's just ask how he died.
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all this. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Goodbye.
I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. An earthquake? Here she is.
I can finally see you. And you can finally see me.
Indeed.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Me too. I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Do you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Okay. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. Yeah, let's ask that. What does she have to say?
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Okay. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I guess so.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah, you basically are resembling like change and like the ability for things to end, which is important. The ending of things is important. Death is important.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
This is what I said before, like, without death, what's the meaning of life? There really isn't one. Like, because there's no point. You don't have to worry about, okay, what am I going to accomplish in my life, because I'm not going to be around forever so I need to do all the things I want to do, so I'm satisfied when I kick the bucket. You don't have to worry about that at all if you're not going to die ever. And so you have no meaning in your life. Death is important. It's important for you to have a meaning. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions I need before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I want to talk a little. Can we really just... Yeah. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Okay. Yeah, like, did it matter what routes I took? Because you're always going to end up like
If you're
this.
saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. and you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition store our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale?
You know, that final route, it was like, it kind of represented, like, living forever, right? We got bored. Me and the princess got bored. We wanted out. And it would be just the same if we all lived forever. We'd be able to find joys at the beginning, but eventually everything will go stale. Everything will not be as interesting. Like, when we were eating, I don't even think... Honestly, I don't even think the food, like, started to taste bad. It was probably just we got sick of it. We wanted out. So the food tasted worse to us as we went on, and because we wanted out.
You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
You can't be satisfied if you don't die. If you will never die. Feel your shared humanity. Speak about life and death and changing and stagnation. But that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. And then there's not talking. I'm going to address the vessel's statement directly. I was so glad to dance with you. That was a mockery of a life we shared. What we shared there was agony, but it doesn't have to be like that. We can find a better way to make things better. We can find a way to make things better. I never want to hold the world still, but is suffering the only alternative? I never want to hold the world still. It needs you. The only reason we weren't happy was because we couldn't forget. There's a version of a world worth living in. There's a version of that world worth living in. But if we forget, if we relentlessly forget, what's the point in life? Like, you can't just forget what you've done. Yes, I was so glad to dance with you.
And dance with me again, and we'll never have to stop. My mass is small. There is no beginning to them, there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And then you hold them all again.
That was like a disturbing route.
But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Okay. I saw every version of us cross every reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then, I went on, the world doesn't need you. I'm going to address the vessel's statement directly. Okay, to be everything at once is the same as being nothing at all. Why would either of us want that? To contain everything is to contain every evil alongside every good. Can we not shed the confines of our old selves and create? I couldn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now. You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do. I think that's what I'll say. An endless song. I wouldn't want to live forever, so. But the concept of death is something that needs to be a thing. So I'm not going to agree with this statement, but I'm going to be empathetic.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend.
Okay.
And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
Yeah.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known.
Okay.
But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious.
Yeah, like. Okay, so.
It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again.
Yes, things should change. Change is important. Nothing should stay the same.
But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna address the statement directly. That wasn't a rejection of fear. You broke me and your will. You wanted to make the world suffer. You act as if you're above it all, but you're not. I'm not afraid anymore. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone we can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just beyond because we're beyond it. I'm not afraid anymore, is what I'll maybe say.
You are one step closer to being free
Like-
of your bondage.
She was basically saying that, yeah, in simple terms, I think she was basically saying that we need an ending, like, change is important. It's basically the message most of these are conveying. And yeah, that's what I agree with.
You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
Okay, we're gonna try to think more about these responses now. So I am, like, restricted. Okay, I'm restricted by I'm restricted. Let's see what else to say. Okay.
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
I did. At the time, it was out of fear.
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that's meaning to be.
Yes, we do need the both of us because there needs to be a world without death, because that's the only kind of future to look towards. The only kind of future that has meaning. The only kind of future that has meaning is if you will die one day. In my opinion. Like I've said, you need an end point, or there's no meaning. I missed when that was you. Submitting to you was a mistake. I would have destroyed you if I knew what you were. You were consumed by your own ego. I missed when that was you.
My threads, like yours, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her.
Okay.
Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye.
Okay. So, what else do you have to say?
It was fear that made our prison. And it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose.
Fear. Okay, fear prevents us from going out and making some choices. What else do you have to say? Hold on.
Together, we left it all behind and found a world free of burdens. We found the beauty in accepting our dance.
We stopped fearing death. And then just were able to appreciate life. Is basically. Yeah. Exactly.
This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
You stop fearing death, and you're able to appreciate life. I was happy to watch the world with you. Yeah, I was happy to watch the world with you.
And I hope you'll be happy to watch the world with me again.
As the clash between your abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Okay.
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I completely agree with her. She's the concept of change, and without her, it's a world without death. And I've already said many times, I think death is important. What do you think happens if we leave?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
All things must end. That's important to me, so... Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't believe you're cruel. No. They're not cruelty. Definitely not. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, and I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Let's free I'm gonna free myself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take your hand, yes. All at once, the yielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
It is. It does actually look pretty pretty. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Through conflict is in your nature. Although conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. My throat's like dry from all the talking. So that's the game, huh? I really like that. I have seen people play this, but I really liked playing it for myself. And I saw a lot that I did not get to see before. In the first route, the prisoner, it went into the cage, which I've never seen the cage before. And I have not seen the tower before at all, so that was a new experience. Then, what was the third one? It was the nightmare. The nightmare I had seen before, but I'd never... The one I saw, I believe it was Markiplier, he didn't leave with her, and I did. So I got to see a different route of that one. Like, within that same chapter. And then I got to see The Stranger, which I have not seen. At least not seen most of that route. So, like, the chapter 2, the chapter 2 is after you got down to the basement was like new to me. And that final route, the damsel, I have never. I saw I expected everything that was gonna happen up until the point when the princess started getting weird, and then I told her that there must be something. She has to be happy with something that's not me. She can't just focus on me. Oh, Markiplier's on a special thanks. But I hadn't seen what when I haven't seen after the point when the princess started getting weird and started only wanting us to be happy and saying that would make her happy. And that just was really weird, and then the spin tore out our own heart, and that wasn't normal. That was very weird. And messed up as well. So even though I already saw people play this, I saw a whole lot that I have not seen before. And this is not the end. I am going to continue playing this game. I'm going to get more routes. And we'll see what other routes I can find. Because this is a very interesting game, and I am really enjoying this. So, let's see what else is there, if there's anything else. Now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menu under the Memories tab. And it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting! Memories. Okay. The hero and the princess. End of everything. And the spaces between. So. Okay. Are these the endings, maybe? Okay, it's you've grown, you've withered. You've unraveled, you're nothing at all. The narrator. Damn both of you to incomplete existence. Okay. Is there any difference between all these images? There is! Actually, I didn't notice that before. It's you. So that's normal. Then you've grown. Okay. What's the next one? Withered, unraveled. So I've withered and I'm melting. And unraveled, I'm now just bones. And then I'm nothing at all. Which is... Oh wait, these aren't empty. Okay. End of everything. So, all of these must be through taking different endings. Back to where it all started. Go back to where it all started and meet her face to face. The end is never the end, is never the end. And then there's so many more routes. There's 5 ones I've missed. Meet your equal in combat. Okay. Slayer without a moment's hesitation. She isn't armed, is she? Fall to a feral captive. Betray her before she can betray you. And then there's these routes on top of this, so... Doubt breaks one shackle while forcing another. Unquestioning commitment to her. Everything you didn't know you wanted. Okay. So we gotta find a lot of different, a lot more routes. We've barely found anything. Okay. And there are also more routes within the routes. So this is all for chapter 1. We have so much to gather. Finds the specter, razor, witch, beast, adversary. Thought you said she wasn't armed. Get her to break her own chains. Always leave a means of easy inquiries. Everything would be so easy if you wouldn't just do exactly what I say as quickly as you can. There's still a lot of this game I need to do. But we're gonna end the episode for now, and we'll focus on getting all of this later. I do hope you did enjoy what you saw. If you did, please subscribe. It helps out a ton and encourages me to make more videos like this. If you want to see me play another game, please comment down below what game that is. And with that, have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!